Call of Duty, are you serious? Call of Duty just uploaded? They did what? Are you trolling? Oh, okay, it's a...
I hear...
it's a replace. Oh, it's a long replacer. The replacer Barstool Sports. Okay. I guess we'll watch it.
Howdy. I hear there's a lot of work to be done.
Wait. Start it over. There we go.
Howdy. I hear there's a lot of work to be done at the Barstool. That's why I'm here. I'm the replacer.
Hey, buddy, you work here?
I do. Now.
This is a long one, too. This is a great cross promotion with Barstool. I will say that. So this one's like 4 minutes long.
This is part of my take.
Yep.
What the? Who the hell are you? Where's Max?
Oh, Minimax is off playing Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I'm the replacer, so you're in good hands. Just go on.
Okay.
One bite pizza. Okay, this is hilarious.
Surprise, surprise, everybody.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know all the Barstool shows, but
Yes. KB, you're getting wet. Time to get wet.
No, KB's not getting wet.
Oh no, KB's getting wet.
No, KB's not getting wet. And you know the rules, kids. I'm gonna take one bite, I give you
You do the score
review.
yet?
And what?
You do the score yet?
I mean, Dave, all these houses, what's going on? Can you live in any of them?
Listen, Kirk, I don't want to talk about any of that stuff.
Oh, poor little David. He doesn't want to talk about his mansions. Oh. That's Gino, I think. Gino, shut up.
Wet.
One bite, then I give the scores, okay?
You're addicted to losing. What's that like?
No one wants to hear you two anymore.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry,
This is
son.
our podcast. What
I'm
are you
gonna
doing,
take the volume
replacer?
down. Hey.
Get Max
Somebody
back
do
here.
something about this?
Let's play some music. Welcome to Jazz 88.3. What about that boat of yours? Woohoo, woohoo. You want me to call the Coast Guards for you? What the hell are you looking at? Camera down. You want a taste? Thank you. I hope it's decaf. What the No, not again. Tastes more like oatmeal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
You have to.
Yeah, you are, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not a dude. You coming with me then, Nicky? What's your name, Nicky Dicky? Hey, listen, how's Miss
This might be the
Peaches?
best
I
one yet.
heard she hates you now. Catch!
Listen, Suit, she loves me. I saved her life.
No, she doesn't love you. She loves your money, sucker. Hey, look at that car. Pan over to the car. I'm gonna kick his ass. Wet, dude. Get the hell out of here! You want a cold? You got a cold. Frankie! We give it back to Gino. You do have a nice tan, pal.
Thank you, Wit. I do appreciate that.
yeah,
Right.
I found the replacer was like a little bit much, but this one's pretty funny.
Boys, anything else?
Can't eat that. First -9. Let's
Negative
boogie.
no.
Another day at the office, kids. Sheila, you come with me. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Pre-order now, or I will get ya.
All right, I gotta give it to them on that one. That one was pretty damn good. I gotta give it to them on that. Yeah, like I said, I didn't love all the replacer stuff, but they nailed that. Black Ops 6 is set to be the most varied Call of Duty campaign ever. Raven revealed new details on the Black Ops 6 campaign, places an emphasis on blockbuster variety. So I don't know whether they have played this or whether they are just reporting on an interview with Raven, but we're going to read through this one. Call of Duty's greatest campaigns have offered one thing over all else: variety. Whether it's the original Modern Warfare's memorable behind enemy lines sniping of All Gillied Up, or Cold War's KGB infiltration and hallucinogenic episodes. I completely agree. It's those missions that take you out of the standard first-person shooter cadence that foremost stick into your memory. Well, we're yet to play it. Okay, so they have not played it. That's interesting. We'll talk about that in a second. It's therefore encouraging that Black Ops 6 is aiming to pack its campaign full of these moments. I agree. That's incredibly important. So much so, John Zook, Associate Creative Director at Raven Software, tells me it's treating each level as its own mini blockbuster. Great way of looking at a campaign. And from what we've seen and what I have heard, that is exactly how they're looking at it. Like, one of the missions, is going to be an open world style mission. We know that. We have the casino heist. We have the trippy mission. We have all of these various different missions that are kind of like all their own thing. Indeed, Call of Duty is best when presented as playable cinema. Tense, tight corridor shootouts like Clean House open up into a large-scale explosive set piece and one-off experiments, not dissimilar to how Mario Platformer introduce ideas for individual levels, but with AC-130 gunships instead of animal costumes. Honestly, we've talked about this before. I don't love the AC-130 missions. Set against the backdrop of the Gulf War in 1991, Black Ops 6 is playing in the shadowy political gray areas that lend themselves to spycraft and subterfuge. Great word there. So while the campaign will undoubtedly have its louder moments, it gives Raven more scope to experiment with different style gameplay, like the spy style gameplay, if you will. We wanted to make sure that each one was memorable and could stand alone, says narrative producer Natalie. I'm not even going to try to say that. Talking about missions in Black Ops 6. Each one has unique gameplay opportunities, unique objectives, and how you tackle those. It's a sentiment John Zook agrees with, adding, we don't want to just create 3 or 4 levels that are fun to play, but all kind of feel the same. We wanted to make sure each mission had its thing, its own special, unique sauce to it, as it were. So variety was number 1 throughout the entire process for us. Neato, super duper. Variety has always been priority for Raven when it comes to designing their COD campaigns. I really agree with that. Raven, I think, does that better than anyone. There always have been interesting ideas hidden away, even in the games that are less fondly remembered. It's something that Zook, who has been at the studio since 1996, recalls as a key aspect of their gameplay design. Wow, he's been there a while, man. That's always been something we've really been interested in doing. Federation Day back in Ghost, really, that's the one where you're going down the side of the building, really had the variety, the looking at your target from afar when ziplining, then rappelling down the side of a building, and then doing some sneaking or combat. That is true with Call of Duty Ghosts. Epic moment at the end of the level. Yeah, I actually agree with that. Zook also cites a chapter near the end of the original Black Ops as one of his favorite Call of Duty mission. Rebirth tells its tale from 2 separate... That is a really cool mission. When you think about it, what other Call of Duty mission do you have that is like in 2 different perspectives back to back? Really not any. It really intrigued me because it's like telling a story from 2 different perspectives and kind of seeing that your version of the truth is not always the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. That's not actually what it says, but I changed it to that. The truth and deciphering just who to believe is the crux of Black Ops 6's story. Interesting. But this isn't the only aspect borrowed from this particular 14-year-old mission. High Rollers, that's the casino heist, Looks set to be one of Black Ops 6 tentpole levels. A high-risk heist with Casino Vault as its target. I wonder why, though. Like, I'm guessing they're not going there to steal money, right? Like, I'm guessing they're going there to more so, like, steal something else that is in the vault. Anyway, players take control of multiple members of the team. Man of Stealth, thank you for the gifted, dude. As they switch perspectives. Okay, so we're switching perspectives on that mission. That's something we haven't heard before. Over its course, creating distraction opportunities and executing security breaches in tandem. Well, not offering the malleable nature that something like GTA 5 did. Jesus, Man of Stealth. Just going wild over there. Thank you for the gifted, dude. Did with his multiple protagonist heists, it does open up the playbook for fun storytelling possibilities for Raven. I didn't know. We did not know that that was a part of it. Ahead of time, they have the mission briefing where they each like, okay, I'm going to do this. You're going to do this. You're going to do this. Great explanation. They're all undercover and it's sort of like passing the baton. It's really how it plays out. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's something that we didn't know before. What we wanted to tell there was kind of the perfect heist mission where everybody is doing their part. So there's a very particular plan that's taking place and you've got all the characters taking place or taking part in this, and it's not going to work in certain clockwork type fashion for them to pull off the event. Okay, so this is actually really cool because unlike the KGB mission and unlike I think the Gala mission where you have multiple options of how to do it, this one is going to give you like a linear way to complete the mission, but we're going to be switching through the people over and over again, which is kind of cool. That briefing takes place in the expanded mansion hideout you'll get to explore in Black Ops 6, an evolution of Cold War's safe house location that lets you talk to other characters, which I can't wait for, uncover secrets by exploring, awesome, and interact with the all-important evidence board, awesome. Safe house, gonna be fun. We might have a safe house only stream if we have enough to look through for that. Another distinctive element of Cold War was its willingness to let you holster your weapon for an extended amount of time. Virtually alien idea compared to the majority of Call of Duty of what Call of Duty stands for. A prime example of this was the memorable mission Desperate Measures, which you infiltrate a high security KGB building, taking you way through checkpoints and wearing disguises as Raven fully embraced the espionage lifestyle. It was more Hitman than Call of Duty. That is very true. Most Wanted, so this was the mission I was talking about, the Gala mission, which you've seen in the trailers. That one, this is a quote, so some of the quotes are really weird. That one we do more of a pick your own way of how you want to accomplish this part of the mission. So in other words, the heist mission is not going to be like that. It's more linear, but you switch through people. Gala or Most Wanted or whatever it's called is more choose your own adventure style gameplay. There's two distinct parts of the mission where you can choose how you want to play it. And for the replayability factor, certainly more so in the first part. So that's the Gala part. There are multiple ways to accomplish a goal. So we think that players are really going to do that one and they're going to talk to their friend and say, I talked to the senator's wife and did A, B, C. And he's going to be like, oh, I didn't do that at all. I was tailing this shady character and ended up accomplishing my goal in this other way. The way they talk about this so vaguely is hilarious. And then that crosstalk gets people interested. Well, what did I miss? I should go back and check out the other path. We will be doing that at some point on stream. We will be going through and doing the various different missions there. But like the way that they say this is just ridiculous. Some of the missions have those options of like, okay, these are the objectives, and then you can kind of get the lay of the land and choose which one you want to tackle first. Porsche confirms. That's probably not how you say the name. If you want to go in hot or stealthy, there's options for that too. So it kind of depends on the mission, but I think that's where some of the replayability comes in the political Gala. This time you want to blackmail the senator, or this time you want to hack into the silent auction, okay? Well, variety is at the forefront of Black Ops 6's campaign, so is flexibility and the desire to approach objectives the way you want to. The game may lead you in a certain direction or politely suggest a wise method, but doesn't mean you'll need to listen. Crucially, apart from a couple of occasions, you want to be punished for doing something the wrong way. Auto-fail stealth, for example, will be a highly rare occurrence, says Zook. That's great. That is great. Call of Duty rarely does the auto-fail, you've been spotted thing. There are moments where you are very much wanting the player to play stealthily and be careful and quiet, but where possible, we try to allow you to play it how you want, he explains. And I would say more times than not, you can go in loud if that's the way you want to play it. And I can only think of a couple instances where we sort of don't allow that because it didn't fit with the story. Okay, that's fair. But yeah, I would say the majority of cases where we have those stealth moments where we're kind of recommending guns down and being more of a spy, certainly we know that people being like we know that people like being action heroes too, so we let it happen. So like I think like an example of where they don't allow that would probably be like the gala. How long is this article? Okay, we're almost done. You're still getting all of those blockbuster combat moments for sure, says Porsky. I mean, that's the bread and butter, but in addition to that, we're layering in these elements. So yeah, I think I love the more stealthy side. I like going undercover. So it's been a lot of fun for me to play. The variety is promised across the board, and while only a couple of examples have been named and checked here, the plan is that no one mission stands out as being Black Ops 6 ace in the pack. Instead, Raven have endeavored to keep the campaign's chapters consistently engaging, surprising in their setup. We are not banking on any particular mission doing that. So like an example is they don't want a mission to steal the show. So like how Cold War had the KGB mission steal the show, or Modern Warfare 1 or COD 4 had all gillied up. They want all of the missions to kind of be like, no, this was my favorite, and actually be able to argue over which one was actually the best, which is cool. I think what's great about the variety is that depending on what kind of player you are, there's different missions that you'll like. And I mean, I have a personal story elements that I like in certain missions, but then the way that I get to play in another mission could be different. The Black Ops series is known for twisting stories. Yes, full of memorable characters and globetrotting locations with an added emphasis on gameplay variety. Black Ops 6 is shaking up to be an exciting possibility. Throw in the different ways to approach these missions, and the expectation is that you'll want to replay certain parts too. These gameplay options won't necessarily have an impact on the story as a whole. That might mean no multiple endings, though, as the plot itself is locked in this time around with no multiple or hidden endings to go in search of. Black Ops 6 is a linear story, so there is not branching endings for this one. That's a new. He also promises a slightly longer campaign than Cold War, slightly longer. So we're thinking like 5 hours probably, of which its short length was a main criticism held against it. We'll find out how much Black Ops 6 campaign lives without Okay. Yeah, no multiple endings. Nobody's tweeted that yet, right?